Assalamualaikum and hi to my fellow friends and my beloved Madam Nadzatul. My name is Liana Shaira bin Ruslan. My metric number is 271801.
Hi, my name is Jamili Hashida binti Jalal. My metric number is 273618.
Hi, my name is Nurhainis binti Masrudin and my metric number is 272770.
My name is Nur Hidayah binti Muhammad Rizal and my metric number is 373357.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Fatin Alia Nadira binti Maisa. My message number is 271712.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Abdul Hisham bin Abdul Ghani and my metric number is 273310.
So now I want to talk about our poster. My group are selected to do a poster theme about sightseeing. So my group mate and I have discussed what to do in the poster. So we choose a title about the most abundant place in Indonesia. So now I want to explain more about why we choose a poster conceptualizing about abundant place and why is it in Indonesia. First thing first, is it very rare we see a poster about abandoned place, right? Because is it usually people will look out for a poster about sightseeing place such as a beautiful island, beautiful beach, beautiful mall and beautiful city when they go in a holiday. They must know abandoned place is the one of the attraction is going to be popular in each country because they have some specialized and some unique characteristics. Indonesia are very famous with the beautiful place to visit, such as Bali. Bali are really have a beautiful view of beach and sunset. But in Indonesia also have one popular attraction which is their secret place, also known as an abandoned place. So the 5 selected abandoned place that we choose in Indonesia is, first is Gereja Ayam, Taman Festival, the Haunted Place Hotel, the Abandoned Plain, and lastly is Lawang Sewu. So these 5 abandoned place is the most popular one in Indonesia that attract people to visit more that place. So this concept about the abandoned place are very different with the other because people will look up at the poster and feel curious about that place and feel scared sometimes because the structure, the picture of the abandoned place are very different and make people feel curious and scary at the same time. The 5 place that I said before is the most popular abandoned place in Indonesia because many tourists come and visit that place because one of each place have a special charm and uniqueness that people always want to know. So with this abandoned place concept, you guys will feel the special aura of the nostalgia at the abandoned place because the structure of the building abandoned place are very old and a little bit creepy because has been left a long time ago by the owner. On the other hand, why we choose abandoned place concept in our poster is to attract more people know about abandoned place in Indonesia and want to people feel goosebumps by just seeing the 5 picture of abandoned place in Indonesia. Furthermore, the abandoned concept we choose is to make people get a new experience and gain a new knowledge about the abandoned place in Indonesia. So, why I said people will learn something new from this poster about abandoned place? Is it because people will learn about the history of the abandoned place, why being abandoned for a long time? There must be a secret story behind this abandoned place. So that's all for my explanation about why we choose abandoned place concept for our poster. I hope you guys understand and gain something new to learn, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Next, I will tell you about the history of these 5 abandoned places in Indonesia, which are Lawang Sewu, the abandoned tent, Raja Ayam, Kedua Pertama Hotel, and Taman Festival Theme Park. As we know, every place in this world has their own history. So, I have done some research about the place. Firstly, the history of Lawang Sewu. Lawang Sewu, known as Thousand Door, is a landmark in Semarang, Central Java, Indonesia. On October 14, 1945, shortly after Indonesia declared the independence, the building became the scene of the bloody Battle of Semarang. Many were tortured and executed during this battle. After the war, the Indonesian army took over the complex. It was later returned to the National Railway Company. Next, the history of the abandoned plane in Bali. The plane found in Kuta, Bali is surrounded by trees and freight containers. Some locals say that the plane has no livery or navigable insignia. It was destined to be converted into a tourist-friendly restaurant. However, the owner ran out of money and left his Boeing 737 to slowly fly surrounded by a shabby hut. Then, the history of the Raja Ayam. The Raja Ayam is a prayer house, often referred to as a curse in the area of Magelang on the island of Java, Indonesia. The building was erected during the 1990s by Daniel Adamsjah, who claimed to have been inspired by God to build a prayer house to a unity in 1989. The project was grounded in 2000 when further construction costs became too high. The food chicken duck curse was kept and led to the forest. The Raja Ayam continued to rule over the years, becoming a bit more dangerous. Last but not least, the history of Kedua Taman Hotel. Kedua Taman Hotel, also known as the Ghost Hotel. This hotel is located at Maturity, Indonesia. This hotel has a busy story to it, but today, we invite her taking it over. This place built in the 1990s and seemingly abandoned on the eve of its opening. According to one story, the real estate developer behind the project became cursed due to his corrupt business practice and subsequently went bankrupt. According to second story, the hotel was open to guests and workers until disappeared one night. The accuracy of the hotel story cannot be officially determined. Now, it abandoned for over a decade. Lastly, the story of Taman Festival Theme Park. This theme park is located at Denpasar Timur, Indonesia. Taman Festival was costing a whopping $100 million for a week. However, for ambiguous reasons, the park never opened its doors. It is not known for certain as to why this theme park was deserted by the owner before it ever even opened. Some reports say that the owner abandoned it after realizing it would become unprofitable following the 2002 Bali terrorist attack. So, we must know and learn a little bit history of the place to gain some knowledge. Thank you.
For my part, I will talk about the structure of the haunted places that our group had chose. The first one is Lawang Sewu. This name is taken from Javanese language, which means thousand of doors. But if you go there, you will see it actually does not really have thousand of doors. Instead, it has numerous of doors and windows. Next, the main attraction of this building is the tall stained glass window. It displays the skill and artistry of the colonial times. And then, if you go deeper into the building, you can see that there is only one room that you can enter. This room have been some sort of office or workspace. So maybe because this building used to function as head office for the Dutch East in this railway company, this room maybe is the main office of the building. The second haunted places that our group had chose is Gereja Ayam, or in English we would call Chicken Church. This building used to be the prayer house of the presenting time. The man behind this road structure is Daniel Alam Shah. In history, it told that this man received a holy vision, inspired him to build this dove structure. He had picked forested hill near Magelang to build his pious tribute. And then, this titanic building shaped like a chicken, but local dubbed it to be a chicken church because of their crumbling chapel meant it to look like a dove. So maybe the people at the existing time always argue about this building structure. This structure is in the form of squawking head and ornate decorative tail feathers. And then, local artists have covered the inner walls with vibrant murals showing local mythology and history. So, if you go there, if you want to see the view, you can climb up to the top of the bird's head for an amazing 360-degree of views. The third abandoned building that we chose is abandoned plane. If you want to know, there are 4 abandoned planes in Indonesia. The first one is Boeing 737 in South Kuta. The second one is Boeing 737-200 in Bukit Peninsula. The third one is McDonnell Douglas DC-10. And the last one is another Boeing 737-200 in West Bali. In this video, I would like to explain to you about the second abandoned plane, which is Boeing 737-200 in Bukit Peninsula. Why? Because it told that this abandoned plane is the most famous airplane. This structure is located at Bali's southern peninsula near Pandawa Beach. If you go there, you cannot enter the plane because it is guarded. Even if you want to pay the entrance fee to the guard will refuse your money. But don't worry, you can also get the free view. If you want to see the side view, you can climb onto the containers between road and the plane. And if you want to see this airplane from front, you can go down off the street and little further and follow small path up a hill. The fourth one is Taman Festival. This used to be a theme park and it is built by a wealthy investor and Indonesian government. When you arrive there, first you will meet a cranky gatekeeper. And then if you go there, you can see there is an old ticket booth. If you see surrounding, you will see that street art covered on every wall. According to urban legend, a crocodile pit was placed in the center of the park. Instead of transferring the crocodile to another zoo or park, they left them in the Taman Festival Bali to hunt on their own. So, it sounds creepy, right? The last abandoned place is Bedugul Taman Hotel, or we can call it as Ghost Place. I have read a traveler blog that have been there. They said that this hotel seems to be undone because as they walked through, the fittings never completed and many finishes left undone. So this led for them to believe that the hotel in fact never opened. What cool things that you can find in there is, first, the giant stone serpents on either side of staircase in the garden led to the roof area. Second one is huge dining room and entertaining area on the top floor with beautiful marble tiles. And if you want to know, the easiest part of this building is the cellar area of the downstairs, because the floor is covered in sand in few inches deep and strewn down only through cracks. And the last one, the beautiful hotel rooms with walkout balconies overlooking the mountains and sunrise paddies. So it is such a waste that this hotel is never opened. So that's all for my part. Thank you.
I believe that it is very important to maintain all buildings because they have historical, cultural, and economic value. The old buildings may have an important function in history, and some are even the nation's pride. One of the reasons why people love to visit their national heritage is because of the science of photography, which is liked by young people. In this part, I'm going to tell you why these 5 places are the best for your Instagram feed. Let's start with Lawang Sewu. There is various interesting photo spots in Lawang Sewu that are suitable for selfie background. You could find various kinds of artifacts, photos, diagrams, and explanation of the history of the building itself. Not just beautiful, the architecture is also designed with full consideration. I'll give you some tips. If you want to have everything caught on camera, you can post from Tugu Muda, which is in front of Lawang Sewu. Apart from having many doors for circulation, the rooms are also connected with each other for security reasons. Also, avoid entering the restricted areas there. The tourist needs to pay attention to every room. All of that is for your own safety. But don't be afraid to hear the mysteries of Lawang Sewu because there are many other charms kept in that place. Okay, now I'm going to tell you about an abandoned place that turned into most unthinkable giant space gallery. We are now talking about Taman Festival Bali that used to be a theme park but now slowly being swallowed by the jungle. The buildings have not only been reclaimed by the nature but by street artists as well. Despite the neglect, the area is well known among graffiti artists, photographers, and urban explorers because the place was good for photo-taking spot. Indeed, the whole park has been turned into a giant open space gallery. Every corner seems to be a canvas for creative mind. It is a wonder how some space have been reached by the street artists. Let's move to the mystery of Bali's abandoned plane that's become an unlikely tourist attraction for travelers. The plane has now become a tourist attraction in its own right. And strangely, it's not the only abandoned plane you can visit in Indonesia because there are several abandoned airplanes on the island too, and no one knows how they got there. Perhaps leaving it abandoned will turn it into a greater tourist attraction itself. Usually, we will see people take their wedding photos there. For information, some movies also didn't miss the opportunity to shoot their scene there, so no wonder the place was noticed by the tourists. Who don't want to keep their memory in Bali, the romantic paradise? Oh yeah, if I'm not mistaken, people say that there are ways to get the good view of the plane where you can climb onto the container to see the sunrise. Last but not least, I'm going to explain about the attraction of Chicken Church. Chicken Church is also known as Bukit Rimah, stand on the hills of Melora and also surrounded by several mountains. This place is also known as the best spot to see the sunrise, so you can see the exotic sunrise panorama from this plane. No wonder many people are willing to wait for hours just to capture the sunrise. After seeing the sunrise from the crown of Chicken Church, visitors they can watch and take pictures of painting on the wall of this Bukit Remah too. Moreover, each floor has painting with different themes too. I believe this is the perfect spot for your Instagram feed. Now we jump into the interesting part. If you are the one of the adventure tourists who love haunted places, then go for Paduku Taman Hotel. You can explore the beauty of it which never saw the opening. You can imagine the beautifulness of the hotel rooms with walk-up balcony that overlooking the mountains and rice paddies as well. The hotel, which is located on a mountain ridge, is sure to give some breathtaking views and it suits for nature lovers. But be aware even the views seem to be breathtaking, but there is enough spookiness inside to thrill adventure lovers. Now, you know why these five places get more attraction than other abandoned places in Indonesia. Let's be honest. Who doesn't want a refreshing Instagram feed that is visually pleasing and show your great adventure all at once, right? So cut on with these places to capture the view and upload in their Instagram. Well, for those who are planning a holiday trip to Indonesia, these five destinations will guarantee to make the picture amazing.
I would like to talk about the three another abundant places in Indonesia that did not suitable for tourism and did not get Instagram spot by people around the world. The three places is Bintaro Railway and Manggarai Station, Casablanca Underpass, and Truyen Village. The first one is Bintaro Railway and Manggarai Station. Bintaro Railway and Manggarai Station is widely condemned as the nation's most devastating railway accidents, where two trains collided head-on on Monday morning, 3rd October 1987 in Bintaro, Jakarta, due to an internal miscommunication. More than 100 lives were lost. Some were thrown out on impact, while others bled to die as they were crushed in between pieces of metal. It was a gruesome scene, and it took almost 2 days to completely evacuate the bodies. Since then, the number of accidents on exact stretches of railway has oddly increased, especially on Monday. Increasingly widespread were stories of drivers who did not notice warning signs of oncoming train in time. There was also a spike in the number of pedestrians who walked onto the railway track right in front of speeding train, and they were believed to be possessed by the death spirit of Hantu Buddha. The most recent major accident took place in late 2013 when the oil tanker was struck by a train, causing a huge explosion killing 7 people. Regarded as tragedy Bintaro 2, the accidents reminded the public of the railway's dark past. Secondly, the abundant places in Indonesia that not suitable for tourism is Casablanca Underpass, Jakarta. There is one thing Casablanca is known for: inhuman level of traffic all day, every day. As the main access route connecting to suburb to the city, the number of drivers and their doggy road ethic will surely haunt you in your sleep. The traffic is so bad that passing by Casablanca every day, we often forget the road sinister secret. Although the 8 km stretch consists mainly of the straight road, it is surprising fact that an accident occurs here every other week, and even the newly built flyover has already claimed a number of lives. Tracing back to its origin, when Casablanca was built in 1918s, an underpass has cut right through the Pulau cemetery. The mishandling of corpses while relocating them is said to have upset the spirit, including a particular lady in red. A few years later, an elderly man was found hanging by the neck at the end of the underpass. And so they say, always remember to honk 3 times as you enter the tunnel, and you might be given an unpleasant welcome. Lastly, the abundant places that did not suitable to visit in Indonesia is Troyan village. Troyan is a remote mountain village on the eastern lakeside of Mount Batur in central Bali Kintamani Highland. The settlement is known for its indigenous Balinese community known as the Bali Aga, who have unique burial rites. So that's all for me. Thank you.
For my part, I will talk about the conclusion for our poster, which are exploring our abandoned heritage. When we talk about abandoned place, the first thing that comes to our mind will be a scary place, right? But in our poster, this place being cleaned up and turned into a proper tourist attraction. Some of this place has become a home for graffiti artists and a budding photographer. Heritage conservation is important for identifying, recording, and analyzing and protecting heritage and culture resources. Conservation of heritage building is an important tool in city development, which can be seen in some cities in the world. It plays an important role to define the landmark within the heritage area as well as to generate economic return and to support tourism industry. Conservation of heritage building is very important because it provides a sense of identity and continuity in a fast changing world for future generations. Heritage building basically represent the past history and culture of a nation. They constitute together the architectural heritage of an area. Heritage building possess historical value resulting from their beautiful architect and their correlation with important events that occur in the heritage area, such as religion, social, and political events. Heritage buildings are subjected to process of degradation with time, which lead to a situation in which they become not able to fulfill the purpose for which they were built. Therefore, heritage buildings need an important tool to protect them. Conservation guidelines of heritage buildings are one of the proposed resolutions for protecting heritage buildings. The absence of this guideline leads inevitably to deterioration of heritage buildings. They must be created and developed to ensure that any important change in the conservation work are undertaken in the most way possible to preserve the heritage structure, historic character, and figure. They prevent the random work that have spread in the conservation project of heritage building. On this basis, conservation guidelines for developing and utilizing these properties must be established. I hope our poster will help you to plan a holiday, but for now, just hold the plan for the next year or another time because of this situation now. Stay safe and stay home. Stay safe. Thank you.